Hey, what's going on, guys? Got a little bit of a special treat for you guys. As you can see down below, this is not a hog attack. This is a shattered LaLoon. Something else that I would try to get you guys if I ever came across a good base to use it on, and just so happens that I was hitting this base, and I thought it'd be really good to use a shattered LaLoon. Mainly because where the queen is, she's between two defenses, so don't I would never build a base where the queen is bridging, and by bridging I mean like she's somewhat connecting these air defenses. I would never do that because then you just set yourself up to be shattered pretty easily, and you don't want to do that. So I saw that as well as the kind of poor air sweeper placements, and just thought this would be a really good base to shatter LaLoon. One other thing I wanted to kind of point out. So I'm going to shatter, and the reason I've been shattering a lot, and I don't want to say it's dead, but it just isn't as useful a CB compared to a shattered. A shattered just really helps you get a whole lot more out of your heroes than a CB will. You're adding a whole lot more tanking ability. For your queen to take out a lot of defenses and your king to get in there and take out a few defenses as well as trash buildings, things like that. It's not just about the defenses; it helps them take out a ton of things rather than a CB, a single golem taking hits from all these point defenses that are around. Goes down pretty quick when it's by itself. But if you add that second golem, then it can really help you get a lot more out of the raid. So that's just why I think the Shattered is superior to CB in pretty much almost any circumstance. So that's my advice. I would say 99.9% of the time I would recommend you to shatter a base like this rather than CB. Lower level Town Hall 9s and things like that where defenses aren't quite as upgraded and your heroes aren't as upgraded as well. CB can still be kind of useful. Even then, Shattered you might still get more out of a Shatter, but especially if you have 15 and higher heroes, I would recommend shattering over CB pretty much any time. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shatter, and I'm gonna come from this north angle, and it might seem a little counterintuitive that I'm coming from the north because of the shatter. You say the idea with a shatter is you always want to get to your air defenses. I don't believe that's necessary. I planned to only get one air defense on this shatter. I let there be a possibility of me getting a second because I'm going to place the jump in this junction, which is going to draw my troops this way, so it might draw myself down to that second air defense. But I didn't plan on getting that second air defense, and I don't think it's necessary. Again, the shatter isn't just about getting the air defenses. It's going to help you get out a whole lot more defenses that your loons would be responsible for if you didn't get that with your heroes. So the shattering, even if you don't get two air defenses out of it, it can still be really useful, and I still think the better choice is because you're getting so many other defenses, especially like this wizard tower and things like that. I think I get an expo out of there as well. Yeah, I get an expo and all that. I mean, those defenses get down from the shattered. Whereas if I came from this angle, it's like head on to this queen and these two defenses, I might get two defenses. Probably not. Honestly, I don't know if I would, but I may. But I would definitely wouldn't get this expo. I probably wouldn't get this air blower, which could really affect the other parts of my raid. So I think getting that expo, getting that air blower, getting these other peripheral defenses is more important, honestly, than getting that air defense. Some other thing you can see in this raid that I want to incorporate was the haste spell, which I really like now in this LaLooning attack, because it only takes up one spell space. It doesn't increase the damage, but it really helps funnel your troops into defenses. So the idea that I've been using for loans with haste is you want to use haste just to kind of catch your balloons up to the defenses you want to take out. But then you still want to rage around these high HP defenses. So you're always going to rage around air defenses and expos, and then you can haste pretty much anywhere else and be fine. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm only getting this 1 AD, I'm going to drop 1 hound on this air defense, and it's going to go down relatively quickly because there's only a archer tower and a cannon there, and I'm going to rage obviously around that to get out. So then I'll go ahead and start my looning on this side of the base as well, and I will haste in between these air defenses to catch these originally starting balloons up with the balloons that will drop for the second air defense. And then again, I'm going to rage over this air defense and expo because they're high HP. You want to get those down quickly. And then I'm going to haste the rest of my loons up to this final air defense and final defenses, and get those down. Clump up balloons up as much as I can to get those down as quickly as possible. Have as many balloons as I can there, taking out those defenses. So we'll watch this. We'll watch this raid. Again, I'm going to shatter from the north, kind of that angle. And if you see like areas of the base, I mean, like those junctions that are going to, I mean, I'm going to get in 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to get in 5 compartments with my jump that you'll see. If that's things you should be looking for in raids. You don't have to bring wall breakers, and especially on a LaLoon attack where composition space is really tight, and you can take out wall breakers, and then you can bring an extra loon. That's really helpful. So look for areas like that in the base when you can. So this poison spell is going to take out that entire CC pretty much. And so one thing about the poison spell, so as you can see, I didn't wait for the troops kind of to get to my troops, the enemy CC troops to get to my troops before I dropped that poison spell. I just dropped them in the area between my CC and where my queen is and the golem, and then they're going to walk through them. So rather than them just being in the poison when they're at your troops, they're going to walk through that entire diameter of that poison spell that way, and then they're pretty much dead before they even get to any of my troops. Yeah, I mean, it's gone. And so now, I mean, I've got my king up in full health, still getting tanked by a golem. I've got queen up. She's going to do some work here on this king and expo. My Barb King unfortunately gets hung on that wall. Otherwise I would have got that second defense, but that's alright. Again, I wasn't planning on that. So yeah, you can see that air defense is going on pretty quick. So that hound isn't even going to bust there. And I want to catch my loons up to this AD, or hound up here on this AD. So that helps them kind of push forward to that air defense a lot quicker, and then I can rage them once they get there on those high HP buildings. And now again, my hound is kind of out in front of my loons, and I'm going to haste them towards that defense, those defenses, especially since they're unprotected now. And you can see they go to that cannon really quickly. Both those cannons go down really quick, so then they can go into that remaining air defense and archer tower and whiz tower. And at this point, it's pretty much over. I'm going to drop down a few cleanup troops that I had space for, and I've got a really great spread on all my troops now. All these trash buildings are going to go down really easily. So we'll just fast forward this cleanup. So that's pretty much how you want to loon. Again, you want to send your hounds in on the same defenses or air defenses, and then path your loons either counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, whichever way you're going to go around that base. And then it's generally 2 loons per defense, 3 if it's like right in front of a air defense or something like that. And then again, you want to rage around those high HP buildings, and then haste your balloons to catch up with the rest of your loon pack and your hounds. So that's pretty much how you should be LaLooning, and hopefully we can see some really good LaLoon attacks from some of the guys that have the higher heroes and whatnot. One other thing I really want to shatter or to showcase was another raid by another clanmate here in GS96. So he does. So you can see if you look at his composition, he's got 3 healers. So that might seem a little off from the majority of the compositions that we're used to seeing. But what he's going to do is called an Archer Queen walk. And he's going to similar to kind of like the AQ healer strat, where you would just drop down your Archer Queen and let her take out a lot of the trash buildings and other buildings and defenses and things like that while she's being healed by healers. And that's what he kind of does. A small portion of his raid utilizes that kind of technique. And then he passed his queen, though, in a way that... so he starts his queen up here. And essentially, and you'll see as we watch the replay, he passes queen to where it's basically the same as if he would have shattered from this direction. So which means he's going to take out the majority of this side of the base just with his Archer Queen and some funneling wizards. And then it would just be like if he shattered from here. So then he's going to actually get a lot more this way. So we'll just watch this raid to get a little more sense of what I'm trying to explain there. So he's going to drop down his Archer Queen and then immediately drop down 3 healers to start protecting her. And now he's got these wizards that are going to funnel, so that's going to keep them from going left because he obviously wants to path her down right. And all of the defenses are focused on the queen, so it's essentially like she's the golem in this situation, but she's a golem that's doing a ton of damage and at the same time and being healed back to full health. So he's just being patient. He's already got a goblin started on this storage just because it's high HP, so he's going to go ahead and take that out early. And he's taking out storage for 1 troop space. That's pretty efficient as well. So you can see she's just walking down, I mean, almost at full health, and she'll get back to full health. And just now the healers are starting to take hits, but she's almost where he wants her to be. He drops the golems, and he's going to start funneling now for his king, just like you would in a normal shatter, so the king doesn't go down there. And again, look like what I was saying. So it's essentially like he started his shatter raid from 3 to 6, but really, I mean, from 6 to 9, he's taken out a lot already, just with his queen, and she's pretty much at full health. She is at full health. So I mean, that's just crazy to me. And he's used no spells yet. I mean, he's got all this already taken care of, and now he's starting his shatter. And you can see, Goblin's still doing some cleanup work now over there as well. I mean, now he's dropping his king. Gonna get that jump to get in all the way into that core. He's gonna rage the kill squad just to get out a whole bunch more, and then he's gonna poison the CC. King's gonna go down and take out that queen. Got the double giant bombs. Queen's still at full health, and now he's hogging. So I mean, and before he even drops his hogs, I mean, he's taken out, 40% of the base. And not even just the defenses, like the trash buildings, all that. I mean, at least a third of the base, for sure. I mean, that's just insane. And now the Hogs really don't have a lot. I mean, he's still got full health on his AQ. He's still got a golem up, and now he's just now starting his Hogs. And you can see he's got, he's going to heal early around these Expo and Teslas, which is something you definitely do. If you see Teslas and Expos, you got to heal around those areas. For Hogs, because they just wreck Hogs. Archer Queen's still full health. And now he's got some back-end Hogs that are going to meet up with this main pack. He's going to heal those. I mean, he probably didn't even need this second heal. He's got so many Hogs, and his Queen's up that he's just going to thrash the space. I mean, that was just an amazing attack. I mean, it's probably the best 10 Hon on attack I've seen in a long time. And that's something, hopefully, that maybe I can start to learn. This is EQ walk, because it's deadly when it can be utilized. Obviously, you can only do it in bases that have the air defenses aren't going to target those AQs. They're not kind of on the perimeter. But that was just crazy. He destroyed that base, full health on the AQ. Probably had all 21 Hogs left at the end. So that was just an amazing attack, and I want to share that with you guys, and hopefully that's something that I can get some practice on and help us incorporate, because it's just an amazing attack strategy. So it's something I hope we can utilize. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you learned how to use LaLoon a little bit better with haste and the rage, and shattered over CB all day, man. And yeah, man, go Apollo, and we'll catch you later.